Hello and welcome. My name is Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Today I'm going to make custom Easter baskets with names, and I'm going to use Sublimation as well as HTV in this video. So if you have a Sublimation printer, a Cricut machine, you can even do some of these with DTF prints. So many different options for making your own custom Easter baskets this holiday. So let's walk through the options that I have made here, give you some ideas, then you can come up with your own ideas and make your own custom Easter baskets right at home. So first, let's take a look at the supplies we're going to use. So I sort of have Cricut supplies on this side, Sublimation supplies on this side. For the Cricut, I am going to use HTV. Now I'm going to use a variety of types, one of those being Super Pop. Now I am going to try to use the Easy Press Mini, small Easy Press for these. However, the Super Pop does call for a heavier pressure, so I might have to alter that and head to a traditional heat press. And the baskets I'm going to use are this checked version here, and then a burlap version. The burlap version does come with different colors of ears. I'm going to use this one with the green ears. Then for sublimation, I have this cute basket here, and the inside of these ears, it says it's polyester, so we're going to try that. And then I have a lint roller, heat-resistant gloves, protective paper, heat-resistant tape, and then my sublimation print, which is just the name printed mirrored. Now, for this one, I am just going to use like the Easy Press Mini. You might also want a heat-resistant mat for both types of projects. So let's head to the computer and design both the sublimation as well as the Cricut projects. For the sublimation project, I went ahead and opened up Canva, and I like to do a custom size of 8.5 by 11 inches, which is the size of my sublimation paper. Then I just added text, added the name, picked a font, and I went ahead and resized that. I did measure the ear of my bunny to make sure this would fit. And then I did change the color of the text to be a color that sort of matches the bunny. Then go ahead and download that as a PDF for print. We're using CMYK. Once you download that, you'll go ahead and print on your sublimation printer using sublimation ink on sublimation paper. And you do want to mirror this design when printing. So first you're going to decide which of the ears you want your design on. And we are going to put the design on this white portion. That's the polyester portion of this. It may work on the fuzzy portion. However, sublimation on fuzzy things, it just doesn't look that great to me. So I'm going to do it on the smooth inner surface of the ear and just sort of flatten that ear out. Go ahead and give it a quick press. And I have the Easy Press Mini and I have it set to the 3rd setting for sublimation. And we want to go ahead and lint roll. Then we're going to add our sublimation print. I am going to just sort of rip around the edges. I don't think we'll have any issues with press marks, but I don't want to take any chances. I literally have one Easter basket, so I want to be sure that this is right the first time. So I'm going to rip around the entire thing, and then we can just add that into place inside of that ear. And I'm just going to use a couple pieces of heat-resistant tape just to hold it into place. And then we can just add the protective paper over the top of that. And what I'm going to do is press this, and I'm going to press it in each section for about 30 to 45 seconds. And I do want to make sure like I overlap on each of these presses. So I'm going to do that first portion, overlap slightly, and just keep moving down the ear. And the Easy Press Mini is sort of pointed, so you might even flip the Easy Press Mini. As you go down, you can flip it each time, and that way you're covering like a different area with that wide portion. And I am pressing down with light to medium pressure, not anything super heavy. And as I get to this end over here, I'm going to just kind of slowly pick this up as I'm pressing this last one. And I'm not going to remove my tape, but I'm going to sort of take a peek. So this is the peek test, and it looks really good. So I'm going to do that last little portion, and then I'm going to really peek under here. Like, does it look good all the places? Did I get a good press all throughout this? Did I get the ends, especially the bottom? It looks really, really good. If it doesn't look good at this point, you haven't moved anything. You can repress. You can press in sections that didn't press well. Mine looked really good, so I'm just going to remove this, peel back, and the Sublimation Easter basket is done just like that. If you find any press marks or anything, you can often just sort of use your Easy Press Mini around that outside to get rid of those. But this looks so, so good. I'm super impressed with the way that one turned out. And I find the Sublimation very, very easy to customize an Easter basket like this. So this can be an Easter basket from anywhere. I purchased this one from Amazon. I will link to it below. However, you might find an Easter basket at the store. It has silky, smooth inside of the ears. It's going to work with Sublimation. So keep that in mind as you see Easter baskets at the store as well. Then for the Cricut designs, go ahead and open up Cricut Design Space. Open up a blank canvas, and I'm going to design the first one with a bunny face. So I went ahead and searched bunny face within the Cricut images and found a face. You can find these on Creative Fabrica. There's a wide variety. I did want one with sunglasses, so I scrolled down till I found one with sunglasses and then added that to my canvas. Again, I measured my Easter basket and then resized the design. And then I do want a name on the ear of this one as well, so I measured the ear, added some text, picked a font, resized it. I did change the colors of both of these items to match the HTV that I'm going to be using. Then I'm going to go ahead and design my second Easter basket. This one I'm going to do a name with a baseball. So first of all, I added some text with a name, picked my font, resized it to fit on the front of the Easter basket this time, not on the ear. Changed it to the approximate color of the HTV I'll be using. And then I added a baseball. Now I took some time and I found a baseball that is just 2 layers. So I wanted a white single layer underneath with red lines on the top. So I found that and deleted any layers that I did not need. So I just wanted the white layer as well as the red layer to add to this burlap Easter basket. Once those are done and resized, we can go ahead and click Make. You do want to be sure to mirror each of your mats because we are cutting HTV. Then you can go ahead and connect your Cricut machine and cut this material. Moving on to the Cricut project, I'm going to cut all my HTV the same way. Now I'm going to use the Cricut Joy Extra. Any Cricut machine will work. You want to put your HTV with the carrier sheet side down or the shiny side down on the mat. Just press it down really well. I like to use a brayer. And then I do have my material setting for this HTV set to everyday iron on. For the Super Pop HTV that I'm going to use a light cardstock setting. Your setting does depend on the type of HTV that you're using. So be sure to pick the correct material setting. You might even do a test cut if it's a new material to you. So I'm going to go ahead and load the mat. Then just go ahead and press Go to Cut. Once that's done, I'll go ahead and click Unload. And now this is complete. So I can go ahead and flip this mat over and remove this material. I'm going to repeat for all of my other HTV colors and types. You're going to take each color of HTV and weed away all the excess. So you want to weed away all the excess around the outside edge. And if you have things like a name that has the centers of letters, you'll want to go ahead and weed those as well. So anything you don't want transferred to your Easter basket, you're going to want to weed away. Then I have my heat resistant mat down here. And for the first, we're going to do the face. And I am going to try this Easy Press Mini on this one. See how it does. For the larger one, I might do a big heat press. I just sort of smashed the Easter basket down so I could get a really flat surface here. You could also put something inside of it. I like to flatten it down actually. So I'm just going to kind of locate the HTV. And then you do want to have, so I'm going to have a scraper beside me. This fabric isn't smooth, so I want to make sure I can get it down in all of those little nooks and crannies. I have the Easy Press Mini set to that second one, and this HTV is probably like a 10 to 15 second press. And so I'm just going to kind of press it for a few seconds. I'm just going across those sunglasses at the top first. And then I'm going to kind of move this down to the nose, and I'm going to kind of hold this down. The other thing, like, this is not flat. Also, it's trying to lift up. It's trying to come unfolded. So anything you can do to keep that HTV while it's warm in contact with the Easter basket as long as possible. So that's all I'm doing with the scraper, is just sort of pressing down and making sure everything gets in contact with the basket. A scraper is something like I feel like everyone would have. You could also use an old credit card. You could use a DTF cooling block. Like, it doesn't matter what you use, just so you're pressing it down. And I feel like this is good to go. And I can just remove that carrier sheet. I could see it stick down. So I'm just going to remove that. And you might put parchment paper or something over the top and do a second press if you think it's needed. I really don't think it is. It's on there really well. I'm going to pick an ear next. Start by just heating that up, making sure it doesn't have wrinkles. Add my HTV. Now this is that Super Pop. So I am going to press as hard as I can with this little press for, I don't know, 20 seconds or so in each little spot. And it is coming out. So what you want is that the Super Pop, the bottom layer sort of comes out as you press, and the pressure and the heat is what is doing that. And I can see the C already, and it is working. So I'm super excited. It worked everywhere. It looks so good. Okay, so now I just kind of want to make sure it's all stuck down. You can see that white came out around the blue. This is one layer of HTV, but it looks like two. Super, super cool. This is more smooth than this other material, but I am going to cool this off completely. So this is a cold peel product, so I'm just going to use my DTF cooling block. I'm just pressing down with it really hard as well, just to make sure everything is stuck well and it gets cooled off. Once that's cool, you can see, looks great. So I'm going to peel back that carrier sheet. And seriously, this looks so good, y'all. I'm actually super impressed with that. I didn't think it would work. So I am super impressed with the way this Super Pop looks on the ear as well. And then I have my cute bunny design on the front. For this final version, I'm just gonna lay out the HTV into location. I am gonna use a just slightly larger heat press just so I can cover this entire thing at one time, just to make it a little bit easier on myself. And I'm gonna press it to 310 degrees for 15 seconds. And again, I'm gonna press down just as hard as I can. I have this on a firm heat resistant mat. When time's up, I'm just gonna give it a peek. Looks really good. I might go just a few more seconds since I'm using this handheld press. So I went about half the time again. And now I feel like it looks really good. So I'm gonna leave that to cool, and I'm gonna go ahead and press the white of the baseball. Again, this is a rough material, so pressing this down into the fabric's never a bad idea. And then I'm just going to try to remove this white so we can press the red over the top. Looks pretty good, so go ahead and peel that off. And then I'm just going to locate this red. And the carrier sheet on the red doesn't cover all of the white, so I'm just going to drop that carrier sheet on top. Just press one more time. And I'm just using the same time and temperature as for the Super Pop, just for convenience. And I am gonna go the full time this time. For the white, I only went like 10 seconds. For this one, now that everything's on there, I'll go the full time. Make sure it's on there really well. And at this time, this is pretty cool. So I'm going to test it, and it looks great. All right, so Super Pop is done. And now I can peel back the carrier sheets on this version. Because this is such a rough textured surface, you may want to just add a Teflon sheet over the top and just press a few seconds in each location. And it's just because the texture of this burlap is so rough. Just to make sure that everything is down really, really well into location. And you might even see like a few areas where the texture isn't coming through. You can just press those again. And the texture won't come through the Super Pop, but you can definitely see the texture through that baseball. And I'm just making sure it's down everywhere. And then the Super Pop looks great as well. So I think I'll call this one done as well. Now all these projects are complete, and here's a look at the final results. So this one is that plush basket, and then on the ear we added the name. This one does come with the face already, which is nice. It's kind of like a plushy, super cute Easter basket idea. Then the second one we did was this version, has like the seersucker fabric. Added HTV to the front with a cute bunny design. And then on the ear on this one, I added the name with the Super Pop HTV. So yes, you can add HTV to the ear if it's made out of cotton fabric, or in this case, this ear was polyester and I could add sublimation to the ear. So just depending on the fabric that your ears are made out of, you can customize them either way. And then if you don't like the idea of adding the name to the ear, you can add the name to the Easter basket itself. In this case, so I added the baseball out of HTV at the bottom. And then at the top, I added the name out of that Super Pop HTV. So this is the black with green. And I chose this one because it matches the ears on this basket. So the ears on this basket are that neon green color. Thought it would be cute to tie in the ear color. I could have definitely added a name to the ears on this type of basket, but I just wanted to give you a few different options for your custom Easter baskets. Okay, so the sublimation version, of course, you just need to make sure that whatever surface you're putting it on is polyester. Then the HTV versions, obviously I used two different fabrics. They weren't exactly smooth and it worked perfectly. So if you're going to use HTV, the material doesn't matter as much. But do be sure for the sublimation to get something that has that polyester content. Otherwise, just use the ideas that I've shared to come up with your own ideas. Make this your own. The point of this is to be a custom Easter basket. So add names, add something that the child likes, like baseball. Add something that they'll think is funny, like the sunglasses on this bunny. Whatever you think the child will like, add that to an Easter basket, and then you have something that they are going to love this holiday. So now, if you have any questions about anything I've covered, drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you like this video, I helped you, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. I have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. Thank y'all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.